Hey folks, we're going to play with the TRITON again, and this time I'm going to do everything from scratch so that you can follow along and see how I get the effects and so forth. I'll be shifting the camera up and down quite a bit. So why don't we shift the camera down? Okay, I want you to take a look at how I use these functions. So it's on sequence right now. Okay, sequence button pressed. We are now going to click on the top right and we are going to copy. We're going to copy from one of the combis. So let's see something that's drum based. That's a drum and bass kit, and I'm going to hit OK. And it's asking, do I want to copy with effects? That's the whole idea. Tracks 1 to 8. Let's see what that gives us. All right, so we have tracks 1 to 8, combi mode, drum and bass kit. Let's listen to what track 1 has. Okay, that's track 1. Let's see what track 2 has. Some crazy stuff. Alright, see track 3. Track 4. Alright, so what it's done, it's brought the whole combi in. So it's a whole combination. And if we go to track parameters, you can see it's all on MIDI 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. But if I take those away from all being MIDI 1 to 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, I can get all these sounds individually. See that? The pitch, you can also see the pitch has been taken up. Just hit 0 on the keyboard and enter, and that will take it back to where it should be. Okay. So track 1 sounds like this without all the other instruments with it. Track 2, but it doesn't play all the way up. So let me move this up so you can see what I'm doing here. So you can see it cuts off over here. And the way to bring that back is to go to track, I believe it's parameters, is it? All right, you can see all of these have been transposed up. So let's put that down to 0. That's got the pitches right. The MIDIs are right. And one more thing, track, let's see if I can remember this. Zone. So P4 zone control. You want to make all of those the full. So you can see this goes from C1 to G9, but these stop prematurely. You want to take it all the way up to G9. See that? Take that B3 all the way up to G9. And now my instrument should play all the way up to the top of the keyboard. See that? Okay. All right, so now that I've done that, I should be able to get a more wholesome sound. The only thing that's missing is I need some reverb, more reverb. So I'm going to crank up the reverb a bit. I'm going to crank up these highs. Take the medium a little bit down just to give a little bit more balance, and take the bass up. And that's how you get some more bite in some of the sounds. All right, let's see. I want you to get a better idea of what I'm doing. There you go. So for track 1, if we go to the effects for track 1, I need some hall effect there, or reverb. See that? Now it's there. So that's the kind of effect I was looking for. Let's see if we can lay some drum tracks with that. just quantize right off the bat. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we can record. Let's go back to 0. Here we go. 2, 3, go. Let's see if that did it. All right, I got a little bit confused with the reverb and the delay. There's a lot of delay on that. I'm going to take the delay and the reverb a little bit lower. Let's try that again. Okay. All right, that will have to do. Now, I could use a different quantize. So if I go to menu, track edit, and then quantize, measures 1 to 4, and I choose a slightly different quantize just to give a bounce effect. So it's the 16th with a 3 next to it. Let's see what it sounds like. All right, not bad, but I think what I'm going to do is take the best, the first two. So you do know how to, let me show you this real quick. If you're on your regular programs, just go to PLY loop 1 to 8, and you can just loop the measures you want. Okay, you could choose to just play the whole thing repeatedly, or you could choose to play an intro. So assuming I did measure 3 to 5, I did measures 1 to 5, and I only wanted to loop 3 to 5, but I wanted to play 1 and 2 as well in the beginning, I would choose the bottom one, which says play intro. So there's a lot of functionality on this thing. All right, let's go to track 2. All right, so I'm going to put a little bit of reverb on that as well. Track 2 is on FX2, and FX2 has 0 reverb. It's got a whole lot of flange. I don't think I need that. So I'm just going to select something else. Instead of that random flanger, I will choose, let's see what else. Maybe a compressor. That's better. Yeah. I know it's like double compression because I've got 2 compressors here. Okay, there we go. And just a little less volume. And let's see what we come up with. Okay. Play it on G minor this time. And all we do is loop that as well. So again, going back to your main menu, go to loop, and we're going to loop 4. All right. And track 3. That's some weird mystery sounds. Now it's not playing all the way down to the bottom, which means I need to go sort that out in zone control. And that needs to be C1 at the bottom, and so does this, and so does that. So they all need to be C1, and that way I can play stuff down here at the bottom. All right, so we're just going to play some weird mystery sound. squishy sound, create some tension, and it'll sound like this. Alright, so I could just repeat that. The PLY loop in option, and I'll just make that repeat every 8 bars. Alright. We've got a nice tsunami waves patch that creates some nice space. Let's select some additional effects for it. Let's see what else we can put into the effects for that. So that is that's 5. So if you go to the insert effect, you can see it's 5, IFX 5. So let's see where that is. Here, and we can see effect 5. Oh, it's cranked up all the way. Interesting. So it's got a lot of reverb already. So let's just play it. 1, 2, 3, go. Okay, there we go. Let's see what else. Okay, we've got some sort of lead. High volume up. This should be fun to play with. We'll keep that at standby. Okay, here's another fun one. Yeah, that should be fun. All right. And what else? So 7 is meant to be acoustic piano. Let's get a fun electric piano in there, and let's just check to make sure it's activated. Okay. Okay. We need to turn that to internal, because it shows off. That's why we aren't hearing it. Now we are. And we are going to put some reverb on that. Okay. And the 8th one over here. Let's see what this is. It's a regular one. That should be fun. All right, let's try that as well. Let's insert an effect. So if you just take the sounds as is, they don't really have a lot in them. But if you play around with the EQs and balance out the volumes, it sounds a lot better. Okay, I'm going to crank the effects all the way up. Alright, so let's see if we can play this track. We are going to loop. As usual, let's just try it out and make sure it actually works. Alright, so here we go. let's put some bass in now.